evening, everybody. My name is Fernando Zacarias, and I'm the Principal Mentor and Program Coordinator of MultiPOD Mentoring. I want to welcome to our first webinar, and what we are going to do today is to give you some information about the program, and there are going to be some presentations, but there will be also some exercises that we would like you to do. This is the agenda. And basically, I will talk for a few minutes, and then I pass the microphone to our new mentors who were mentees some time ago, and they will do two activities. The first one will take 5 minutes, and after that, we will have the mentee testimonials, breakout sessions, and then we will ask 2 of our mentors to talk about their experience with the program. After that, Jovana Ilkic, who is the president of the Coalition for Global Health Innovation, will make a presentation. Shirley will then show you the resources that we have on the website and that you can start using immediately. We will have a short period of questions and answers and then closing. If we don't have enough time for questions and answers and questions keep coming, we may stay for 15 additional minutes, only those who want to stay. Okay, MultiPOD, the name has to do with pathways.
Oh, excuse me, Dizzy, I'm sorry. Can you, we don't see your screen. Can you please share your screen?
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought it had been shared. Okay, so I need to okay, sorry. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir. Yes. You can start the slideshow. It hasn't started.
Ah, but you can see the first slide.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The agenda.
All of you can see the agenda. Okay. So this is the agenda, and then I will continue, and I will show you that the name MultiPOD, refers to the multiple pathways, opportunities, and decisions. And you can see a young man with a backpack. The backpack contains the experience, the knowledge that that young man has, but he still doesn't know where to go. In the second image, you can see the opportunities. A young man with suitcase, a larger container. Now, in addition of the experience, expertise, knowledge that he has there his expectation, his hopes, his ideas for the future. And finally, the third image about decisions shows a young woman, and if you can see, she only has a handbag because now she has the opportunities and she has an offer and she has to decide which one to take, to stay there, enter the blue or enter the red door. What I need to do that I haven't done is, okay.
It's right next to the minus.
Yeah.
The little button.
Yeah, but I don't have the
you just passed it.
Okay.
So
okay, I can see that. Sorry.
This one.
Okay. The program, and you should ask yourselves 9 questions. 9 questions about your future. The first one has to do with the pathways. And the first 3 questions are: who am I? What am I? And what is my Ikigai? And we'll explain very shortly what an Ikigai is. The second group is opportunities. How do I know what I want? And most importantly, how do I find and how do I get what I want? And once you have found your opportunity or opportunities, you have to make a choice. And the 3 next questions is, how do I know this is it? How do I choose? And when do I choose? Because what we are talking about is your future. Now, the Ikigai is a Japanese concept, your reason for being. And you can see there's a Venn diagram. You're going to see that better in the next slide. And what it means is that you have to balance 4 key aspects in your life. And then you reach your Ikigai. Those 4 aspects are what you love, your passion, what the world needs, why are you here, your mission, what you are good at, the voice that calls you, what is your vocation, and finally, your profession. What do you do to earn your living? We're recording this session, so do not worry, it will be available shortly after we finish. These are the objectives, the goals of our program. The immediate goal is, of course, your professional development, your personal growth, and your technical ability. We want to strengthen your technical ability, but more than anything, we want to help you develop professionally and personally. The second objective relates to creating a critical mass, a think tank, a collective intelligence network of young people representing multiple disciplines, multiple countries. And these are thinkers, innovators, and high quality practitioners of global health. Our mentees are going to be in charge of the 21st century, of everything that happens, the issues. They will have to confront them and find solutions for the problems. Now, who are you? Why are you in this program? Well, you were selected. And you were selected, and please do not be modest. You were selected because you are the best among your peers. Your peers may be 5 people, 10 people, your class, could be your country, could be anywhere. But think of yourself as the best. And this is what you also are, or what you must be. These are your qualities. You are above average. Please do not forget that. And you have some talents, skills, abilities that are unique to you. There's nobody like you. And finally, this is what we expect. This is what you are going to be. That's going to be how you're going to perform in your life, and especially professionally. You're going to be useful, you are going to be effective, and you're going to be successful. So, best, extraordinary, unique, useful, effective, successful. The ideal mentor. And here we have ideal mentors. All our mentors are ideal. Start with being successful. We want our mentors to also be role models for you. And they're accomplished by societal, institutional, and their own standards. Now, what is what they have to give you? They have experience and they have knowledge. And this is important because that is what they are going to share with you. How are they going to do it? What are they going to give you? Empathy. We all, the mentors, we were on your shoes at the beginning of our careers. So we understand how you feel, your concerns, your hopes, everything. We're going to pay attention to you. What is what you need? How do you communicate? How do we communicate with each other? And we can have a dialogue where we share our intellectual energy and our ideas. And this is a word that people are afraid of, wisdom. We can transfer wisdom to you, and you can transfer your own wisdom to us. And I'm especially happy because we have so many young women, because they are wiser than young men. I'm sorry, young men. And This is a recognition of knowing what's important in life. And these are the main areas. Oh, I'm sorry. Your professional development, the know-how, how to do things, your technical and scientific knowledge. You have already spent 18, 20, 25 years of your life doing this, learning, accumulating that information, that knowledge. And finally, your personal growth. We are not psychologists, but we have lived a life. And the personal growth starts with knowing yourself. How do you communicate? How do you manage power? How you deal with difficult people, including yourself? Your thinking, critical and analytical. And your professional development is what each and every one of you wants. How to look for a job, how to write a resume, a curriculum vitae, how to perform well during a critical interview, etc., etc. Most people want to work on that. And finally, the technical and scientific knowledge. We have 31 disciplines represented in the program. And your mentor may not share the same interests, the same skills, the same knowledge as you. But that's such an enriching experience when you have an economist matched with a health professional. And you are responsible, you mentees are responsible to illustrate, to teach, to let your mentor know what you are interested in and provide the documents and the information that they need. Well, now I want to tell you, and I apologize because some big countries do not appear here. This is what we have in 2017 when we started. My apologies to Spain again, and to Peru, and to Ecuador, and so many countries. And that's 18. 19, and you can see how we are growing. We have China now, and finally, this is where we were last year. Now, these represent your countries of birth, but also the countries where you reside. So that's why there are so many. And the reason we do that is because you really know those countries. You know what's going on. And we are an international and multi-country program. Let me tell you about what's happened with MultiPOD. The first years were dedicated to vision, conception, and birth. 3 of my mentees at the Pan American Health Organization and I decided to start a virtual program because we wanted to reach as many young people as possible. So in 3 years of the pilot phase, we have growth, development, and the peak. And now we are on the phase of expansion. The first 6 years, our goal was to have 150 SYPs, students and young professionals, mentees, and we achieved that. By 2019, we had 150 mentees. The next decade, we would like to have 70, 80 mentees per year. This year we have 77 admitted. So that by the end of the decade, about 1,000 young people from all over the world, we have gone through the program. In 2019, we started with the second objective of the program, how to build that network of young people. And Giovanna, again, is going to talk about that, the Coalition for Global Health Innovation. And it has started with very small group because that's the way we should start, global health innovators. But once we have the 1,000 mentees, the coalition is our daughter, but goes beyond our daughter because now they're having sisters and brothers and friends from other organizations so that in a few years, they will have 80, 100 people working. They may have 1,000 or 500, but you know that only 80 or 100 are going to work. And I want you to show you the proof of the recipe, the pudding. each year we do an evaluation, and that's a requirement for all of you mentors and mentees, because that's what helps us improve the program. And what we measure first is subjectively your opinion about the usefulness and the effectiveness of the program, the sessions. The second part is really the outcome. If you met your goals, if you achieve your goals, and there are many that you have different goals, but these are the two main ones, the desired job and the desired studies. And then we ask about your opinion of us, not of the sessions, if you would recommend the program. And we started from 2018 to see if you would like to give us a recognition. And your recognition to the program was to ask for a certificate. This is the usefulness, about 90%. This is the effectiveness. By you, yeah, that's your opinion. Now, this is reality. 2/3 got the job that they wanted. And about 50%, a little more, went into an advanced study, PhD or something like that at good universities. This is probably higher because some people were notified that they had been accepted the following year in March or April. These are the people who recommended us, 100%, 98%. And we are very thankful for that. And finally, the people who asked for a certificate. The first year, we didn't dare to offer a certificate because we didn't know if we were going to become good and famous. And you help us do that. So the next generations, they started increasing. Now more than 90% of the people who answered the questionnaire wanted a certificate. And this is the certificate for Jemima Kola Botunde, and her mentor was Sue Griffey. So there's a recognition here. And we have something which is quite important. I signed the diploma or the certificate, and then we have one of the mentees, your fellow mentees, also give you the credit. And it's a mentee from a former generation. I'm going to stop now and pass the microphone to two of our former mentees, Shirley Bejarano and Ahmed Abdel Fattah. Shirley was a mentee in 2017, and then she became a technical officer. And since July of last year, she's the assistant coordinator of MultiPOD mentoring. Ahmed was also a mentee, and now he's the technical advisor. And you can see all these beautiful slides were made by him instead of the primitive ones that I used to make. So please, Shirley and Ahmed, say a few words, good words about the program, please.
Sure. So I wanted to just share just quickly about, well, my experience was wonderful, and this is probably why I'm still here. My mentor was able to help me through, I entered the program during a time that was very critical. Either I would take a position that was really great, but not exactly in the path that I wanted to go, still definitely relevant, but a higher position and so on. But I did. And the one thing that I always remember is that you're never married to that position. So don't worry, just try it out and go for it. Especially, like, there was no wrong answer. So it was, I thought that there was a wrong answer. And so that was really helpful. And the other, I think, question that we had for, well, I'm going to ask this to Ahmed. If you could maybe also then tell us, share with us your quick experience about your, as a mentee with MultiPOD.
Of course. So when I was thinking of how to begin to describe it, I thought of this quote that is engraved here in Copley Square in Boston on a pedestal. It's by the Lebanese poet Khalil Gibran. And he grew up here in Boston and gave so much back to the world. And he said, "It was in my heart to help a little because I was helped much." Now, how that relates to my experience is that I joined MultiPOD when I was at a critical juncture in my life. I was 33 years old. I was living in a new country for the first time in my life, going back to university for the third time in my life, and trying to achieve everything at the same time in a very short amount of time. And when you're dealing with that much change, you need all the support and advice that you can get. I was fortunate to have been introduced to MultiPOD at that same time. And my mentor helped me with many things, coming up with a game plan to search for work, a strategy to filling up and submitting the countless applications for work, preparing for informational interviews and networking. And when I was somehow successful in finding a job, I don't know how that happened yet, but it did happen. I got a lot of help to prepare to enter a work environment that was very new to me. But I would say more importantly, my mentor helped me discover my strengths, my talents, and to know without doubt that I am capable of chasing my dreams and that I am worthy of reaching for what seemed unreachable. And that's why I'm here today, hoping to help a little.
Thank you. Thank you, Ahmed. Just one word about each one of them. They are both very modest. The job that we're talking about for Shirley, what I learned is that she became the director of AIDS education and prevention of Queens County in New York. And, you know, at such a young age, she was in charge of clinics and staff and to train people and to provide services to the public. And Ahmed is also very modest. He's a physician, a medical doctor from Egypt, came to the US. He designed some programs for hospitals to organize hospitals in Egypt. And immediately after he finished his MPH at Harvard, he was stolen practically. He says, no, I was applying. And he was stolen by the Children's Hospital in Boston. And now he's working with a team on the digital infrastructure and functioning of the whole hospital, something that will be used and that will improve the quality of care in that hospital and in other hospitals of Harvard. So they are very modest. As you can see, they are not the best. They are not extraordinary. They are not, they're just common people. They haven't achieved anything. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go, Shirley and Ahmed, you're in charge now.
Thank you. And can I ask everyone if it's not too much trouble, because we are about to head into breakout rooms after this activity, if it's okay to switch on your cameras, because we want this to be a good experience for everyone to get to know each other on a personal level. And that's my piece. Thank you. And I see a lot of faces now. Great to see you.
Yay. All right. So wonderful to see all your faces. Welcome, welcome. All right. So now we're going to go into a quick activity, which I am putting in the chat. So please click on the link and then it will ask you to enter the code. Make sure to put a space in between both sets of numbers. And the first question should be, what is your country of birth? So let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen? Do you see the word cloud?
Yes.
Yes, okay, awesome. Oh, this is so fun. So we give a little bit of time for everyone. Wow, Australia.
I thought you guys would be all asleep now.
I know.
You were supposed to join us in your Sunday, the meeting at 7 p.m. But I think one of the people from Australia is I think in Sweden.
Finland. I was born in Australia, but then I moved to Finland. So I'm in Finland.
Okay. Thank you, Marie.
That's all right.
I need to put mine. I forgot. All right. I think we all have now entered. Okay, we still have a couple more.
Yeah.
So great. So we have.
I'm from Mexico, but I don't know how to enter the country. But so you know, there's another country there.
Okay, great. So now let me go to our next one. So let me stop sharing.
Vietnam, South Africa, Egypt, Serbia, Australia, India, Germany.
Okay, we still have some more entries. Okay. Let's see. Oh, where did it go? All right. So now, switch to the next one. Do you see the next question?
That's the same one. What is your country of birth?
I wonder. I'm not sure why.
It switched, like, to me it switched, so maybe
yeah,
people
on my
can just
browser,
re-enter.
it's also to global health interest.
Okay, so then let me go back to share. So now we can see. Okay, need to share. Okay. Now, do you see all of the global health interests? Okay, wonderful.
Antibiotic resistance, epidemic surveillance.
Well, we were going to make something like this. Let's see.
Some people have many interests and they cannot decide which one to put.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it seems like health systems is definitely humanitarian aid. Okay, great. All right. Well, I think everyone has entered. I don't see any more. So what we could do is now discuss about your, we can, into the breakout rooms, we'll discuss about your global health interests. And you'll be put into, I think we're going to have 8 groups and each one of 4 to 5 people. So I think we can start now. Ahmed, are we good to go?
So in a few seconds, you'll see a notification to go to a breakout room. We'll reconvene here after 5 minutes. All right, see you guys in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, which one am I going? Are you guys joining a room?
Oh,
Oh, is it putting me in a random room?
I think it put everyone else in rooms except for us. I'm seeing a lot more smiles today, definitely.
Thank you.
It's nice to be here. I'm really excited and happy to be with this program.
Excellent. Mohammed, you are from Afghanistan, no?
What?
You are from Afghanistan?
No, I'm from Sudan.
Oh, you're from Sudan. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The map should expand to include Sudan.
Yeah.
We will have the,
Yeah.
okay, the eastern part of Africa. That would be great, great, great. Okay, thank you. Listen, Mohammed, is there anything else before we introduce the mentors? No?
No.
Okay.
It's just fine. Yeah.
So I would like to introduce Anne Canavan. Is a mentor from Ireland, and she's one of the most, oh, I shouldn't do the advertisement. Is one of the most sought after mentors in the program. Don't tell anybody, please. And she's also a coach, a professional coach. So I'm not going to say too many things about her because when she starts talking, you will discover the type of person that she is. The other mentor who's going to talk is Juan Manuel Sotelo, a dear friend of more than 30 years. He's from Peru, and he has been with the Pan American Health Organization for a long time, working on the Caribbean, but mostly in the southern cone of the Americas, in Chile, in Argentina, and he has also worked in Central America, in charge of the countries of the Isthmus of Central America. So please, Anne, say a few words about your experience.
Thank you, Fernando, for that very nice introduction. And yeah, welcome all. It's great to be here with you. Just a few reflections on being a mentor and my experience so far from the 2020 mentorship cycle. I fully support, I think it's already been very well laid out, kind of the understanding and, you know, if you like, social contract or agreement between the mentor and mentee that Fernando presented at the beginning. So I'll just kind of choose a few points kind of to give it some more explicit examples of my experience that may be helpful. It's really important that when you enter the mentorship and as the mentor as well, that you're curious, that there is a mutual desire to kind of discover and learn together and explore, and that really makes for success. And having a rapport, I think, is really important because you have to really enjoy that time and space through that kind of discovery and learning journey together. I approach it from a very pragmatic point of view. So whether you're embarking on exploring your first job opportunity, or whether it's a career transition, or whether it's, you know, a decision around advanced studies, further studies, or wherever you are on that continuum, it really means you have to revisit and revise and set new goals. And that's so important that the goal is clear and you set expectations around what you want to achieve through the mentorship. And then being very practical about things that have been mentioned around, you know, revising CVs, writing your cover letters, writing your bios, developing your approach to how you're going to, you know, post those on social media, revise your LinkedIn profile. All those things can be managed and shared as an experience within the mentorship framework. But also, I found it very useful to encourage people to kind of really reactivate or enter into professional development associations, whether it's your own professional association or adjacent associations, technical working groups, global health platforms, wherever you think you can add value, but also where you can engage in a network. And that is another kind of channel for obviously to promote what you want to contribute and where you want to go and gain in turn experience from other people. And it's a fantastic way, obviously, of interacting with the global community of practice in whatever field or subfield you're in. And that clearly was very useful to the mentees that I had worked with last year. And I think the other piece there is to actually see it as, I like what Shirley was saying, there's no right or wrongs, see it as iterative. Our careers and our professional paths are very circuitous, and they can take a turn at a different stage. So there's different milestones and crossroads you will meet. So, you know, you may want to kind of test out certain and explore certain areas and then decide later that you want to change again. So you're never in a position where you actually are backed into a corner where there's nowhere else to go. So essentially seeing it as an opportunity to be curious and to advance your career in a certain direction, knowing that that directionality is not linear at all, that it could actually change down the line, if that's what you so choose. So, you know, being kind of having an exploratory mindset is really important going into the mentorship. And certainly from the mentor's point of view, it helps a lot when you kind of basically establish the goals and clear understanding of what you want from that particular timeline over a 9-month period. Leads to a much more successful outcome for you.
Thank you, Anne. I must say something about Anne. Her mentee is Priyanka Shrestha from Nepal, and she got accepted at the University of Washington in Seattle. So it works, it works. Now, my friend Juan Manuel Sotelo, please, a few words.
Thank you, Fernando and colleagues. It's a pleasure to be part of the program. And I should stress that this is a two-way street. You know, we all learn from each other, mentors and mentees. And for my 2 minutes that I'm allowed to share something with you, I have chosen 4 things to share. Number 1 is I highly value the understanding of the context. This is most important. We need to read together reality, you know, mentor and mentee. This is my first advice. Know very well the context. This is a key aspect. Number 2 is how do you fit in the area of work, of study or expertise you would like to enter. You know, you have to fit in. Now you have to explore this together with mentee and mentor dialogue. How do you fit in this reality of your specific area of expertise or the area you want to get into? Number 3, I will recommend to use as vehicles sincerity, number 1, and then a good direct communication as the other instrument to really build up a good relationship. Now, I never take this activity so often, you know. I mean, there's a need for some maturity time. Let's say with my mentee, I agree normally to have a meeting every 3 or 4 weeks, not more often than that, because we need to get mature what we have discussed. And finally, my last intake for you is that not be so self-centered in yourselves. I think we need also to consider what our contribution could be to society, what our contribution could be to the world. Okay, and thank you so much for allowing me to share these concepts.
Thank you, Juan Manuel. We are going to make a slight modification to the agenda. We are going to leave the questions to the end for those who want to stay, because now I would like to pass the microphone to the president of the Coalition for Global Health Innovation. Serbia, Jovana Ilkic. has continued to send those people from her country. And now we have a critical mass from Serbia, from Romania, from Germany. I mean, there are a few countries that really, really have now a group of young people that I am sure are going to address all the issues of the 21st century. So please, Giovanna, tell us about the coalition.
Well, I'm so happy and grateful to be here, especially as a representative from the Coalition for Global Health Innovation. And I'm also so proud to call myself a multipodian and being a part of this amazing program, especially after listening like all your testimonials and presentations. But I have a slight issue because I can't share my presentation because I'm not a host. So maybe someone can.
You're a host.
Oh, I am. Sorry. Thank you.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll share my screen now. Thank you for bearing with me. Okay, let me know if you can see it.
Yes.
Perfect.
We can.
Thank you. So, as you already heard, we originate from MultiPOD mentoring program, and mentees and mentors have discussed like for a long time that they recognize that need for space where they can kind of nurture discussion and interact that in a way that will lead to action. So the idea for the coalition was born, and in 2019, during the World Health Summit in Berlin, we officially made an agreement that we're going to do this. So afterwards, we formed a working group of multipodians and launched in June last year. And actually, early this year, we got registered as a nonprofit, so we are an official organization. And Coalition for Global Health Innovation, aka CGHI, is an organization of early career professionals for early career professionals that is committed to bring innovative solutions to the field of global health by building a think and do tank. After exploring our personal networks and listening to our peers, it kind of became clear that early career professionals have amazing ideas and they have that enthusiasm and spark, but they often lack confidence and time and resources and capacity. So they kind of don't do anything with those amazing ideas. So we envision creating a platform for them to realize their ideas and turn them into solutions through teamwork. Also, we aim to create a community where they are supported and empowered to develop their skills and gain experience, so we can increase innovation in global health together. We're also putting an accent to building not just a think tank, but a think and do tank, because what we want to see as a result is action. And therefore, everything we do includes a call to action. We are intended to function on 3 different levels. That's the steering group of the coalition, then our community, and then there's the audience. Basically, the steering group is the organization, and we kind of steer everything what's happening, while the community is the space where those amazing ideas actually become projects and where we will work on everything that we imagine together, while our audience are just kind of our followers at the moment. Within the steering group, we have 6 teams. Those are leadership team, finance and partnership, administration, editorial, community building, and social media and events. And what I would like to do actually now is to invite all of you to join either our steering group or our community or our audience if you would like to. And don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm Jovana Ilkic, or reach out to DZ and Shirley and they can connect you with me and we can find something for you that you'll be satisfied with here. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Giovanna. I want to say something that is going to embarrass Giovanna as usual. At MultiPOD, we look at our mentees as complete people, complete persons. And Giovanna is a poet, the National Slam Poetry champion in Serbia in 2019. She's also an artist, a painter. She sings beautifully. And I don't know what else to say. We put her on the homepage of MultiPOD Mentoring because she represents what we are and what we are for. So thank you, Giovanna. And as I said before, we're going to defer the questions to after we close officially. And Ahmed and Shirley are going to manage that part. Shirley, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I just wanted to be mindful of time and just quickly, what we had at the end of the agenda is show the the website. So I want to just quickly, I also just put in the chat the website of the coalition. So please check it out. It's a beautiful, beautiful website. And now let's look at another beautiful website. So let's see. And I wanted to show you all. So here we have beautiful Giovanna. So thank you for your gorgeous picture. This is the website. Here you'll be able to find the main parts of the website about MultiPOD, what it is, our work, and then the salon. If you scroll down, I wanted to point out one of the main parts that I think everybody would find very useful, which is our resources. So here you'll be able to, at the very bottom of each page of the website, you'll be able to access all of the links throughout the website, not just the four main. So when you go into resources, you'll be able to look for global health institutions, international NGOs, networks, and foundations, academic and research institutions, and other reports, and other technical information, and a job database, which I think, I'm sure we're all enthusiastic to check out. So please look on the website, and I will put our link as well onto the chat. So you can look up. Well, if someone could do that for me, because for some reason it's not showing up for me, the chat right now. But yes, I wanted to share that. I also wanted to, so this is our MultiPOD website. I also wanted to share with you a wonderful YouTube channel. If you are not familiar with Greg Martin's Global Health YouTube channel, you must. This I actually learned about before, let's see, like 2016, something like that. And he has amazing videos and short videos that will, it's in a digestible form, about almost anything in global health. I think his latest one was with, actually, now Giovanna has joined the team, and he has other young experts, young people that are in global health as presenters. So he will explain, and he has this really great animation in the background where it's a presentation as well. So anyway, please check it out as well. He is also a mentor advisor for MultiPOD. And that is all that I wanted to share. And I think now, if we have nothing else, if you don't have anything else to add, Fernando and Ahmed, then maybe we can move on to the questions and answers. But you are more than welcome to leave if you need to, due to time. But if you'd like to stay for a bit, please do so, and we can answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Yeah. What about the salon?
Oh, of course. Yes, Fernando's baby is the salon. Mm-hmm. And so this is a beautiful and very unique, I think, aspect of our website and program. Because as Fernando has mentioned, it's we are only admitting people who have are exceptional, right? As he says, and also have a unique aspect and are well-rounded. And so this is our way of demonstrating and showing the well-roundedness, as we have heard about Jovana and her poetry slam and amazing art. So here you can submit as a MultiPOD, you can submit any of your talents. So as you can see here, this is a space by MultiPODians to share their talents, passions, creativity, curiosity, and vision. And it can be in the form of video, music, short essay, photography, poetry. And I would like to show some examples of our talent that we have in the in MultiPOD. So here we have a poem. I wanted to show photography here. This is from Mahdi. He is he was a former mentee, but now has graduated into a new mentor. And his, besides being an enthusiast and a professional within global health, he also does photography, beautiful photography. And he is from Egypt. So he has some pictures here, beautiful pictures of Egypt. So I just wanted to mention that. I don't know if, Fernando, if you have any other.
No, thank you, Shirley. I just want to say that you can submit your different talents, some examples of that. What I would like to do is to close officially, and then we can start with a question and answers session. But people have asked, and this is the first question. Okay, let me see. Now I want to share my screen. What happens now? The next few days, we're going to do the matching of mentors and mentees. Then you will have your initial session, and then we'll start with pathways, opportunities, decisions, and whatever you need. The next steps, you will receive in the next 2 or 3 days an introductory document, small, little, not too long, and a list of all mentors on whom we have a profile. Some of them you will only receive the names, and then you will select. This is not a big deal. You take a look at them and you mark and let us know which are the 3 ones that you would like to have. Some of the mentors have up to 15 or 16 people who ask for them. So, and they can only take 1 or 2 mentees. So for that reason, we do the matching, thinking of the best combination with you. But remember, could be from a different discipline, and you still will benefit from that. Once you know who your mentor is, you have 2 weeks maximum to contact your mentor and hold your initial session. You are responsible for the contact. You are in charge of the agenda, and you are in charge of the date, the time zone, and everything else. And we would like for you to have 2 sessions by May 1st, if possible. If you cannot, at least 1 session, because at the beginning of May, we do the first monitoring. It's not really an evaluation, to find out how you are doing. And if things are not working too well, we can always assign a different mentee to a mentor, or vice versa. And the most important thing is that you get the most benefit from the program. The whole process should be easy and non-stressful. And now I want to leave you with a message. People say that you are not indispensable. Okay, what is the answer to that, the response? You can shrug your shoulders and smile. Never agree with that. All the way to shut up. That is not true. You are indispensable. What you do and what you will do will not happen without you. But before you do that, you need to master and have some qualities and tools. And these are the ones that I have found most useful. The first one is your technical authority. You should know what you do and why you do it, and do it well. You have to be excellent and up to date in what you do. But that's not enough if you don't have credibility. You must be reliable, and you should do what you promise to do, what you can do, what you should do. And if you're a consultant, you're a problem solver. But you need to find out if the problem is a problem. And if the problem is something that can be solved, all problems have at least one solution. The next one, as a consultant, you have the obligation to teach. So that the success as a consultant is when they no longer need you. And that's important. This is the essence of advocacy, persuasion. We usually think about only the logical arguments, but we should think about how to appeal to the feelings, the sense of justice, the benefit that will accrue for the decision maker. And then we have another power. What if? Why now? And that's the power of possibility, probability, fate, the power of hope, honor. And I'm talking about being honest, being kind, be true to your word, and sometimes lie when necessary, but not big lies. Things that you know are essential to get the results that not only you need, but that the people you are serving need. Resilience. Sometimes you will feel frustrated, and I can guarantee that you will feel the injustice that sometimes people will do against you because they don't understand what you are doing. So you have to be resilient. Fervency. You are boiling. I'm not talking about passion. I'm talking that when you find a cause that requires your strength and your time, and it's a turbulent cause, you have to follow that. And finally, this is not a bad word. Anger is not hate, but sometimes you need that power to feel angry, especially in issues of social justice. And then you have your own. Could be patience, could be curiosity, etc. But all the previous ones are the ones that I have used in my life or tried to use in my life. And the main purpose of MultiPOD mentoring is to build a more fair, safer, and healthier world. And I want to thank you because you accepted being accepted at MultiPOD. And that is important. It's a two-way communication. It's a two-way relationship with us. Thank you for being part of MultiPOD. And let's start. Thank you to all the speakers who gave the testimonials, and to all of you for being with us. As we have said before, if people want to stay for a few more minutes to ask questions, please, you are welcome to do so. Thank you very much, and have a good day, rest of the day, or a good evening, or a good night. Thank you. Shirley and Ahmed, you're in charge again of the questions. And I will ask Anne and Juan Manuel to help us with some of the answers, and the same thing with Ahmed and Shirley.
Now, if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand or put them in the chat and we'll read them out loud.
$1 per answer and $5 for a good answer.
What if we need an answer that's documented with a signature?
Pardon?
What if we need an answer that's documented with a signature?
Okay. You answered that one.